Hi, Ruby Lane Dolls. We're here live in the Dolly Cam, and we have something so special. So I am standing here in the special exhibit room, and we are going to chat with Denise Bond, and she is a member of the Charm City Dolling Club, and they have put on a special exhibit called Black Dolls, A Journey Through Time. So we are going to look at some black dolls from the evolution of the early 1900s, of the stereotypical dolls of the time, through now, and we're going to look at the social context of that time through the lens of a doll. So it's so cool. I'm so excited to be here, and we're going to chat with Denise. So Denise, thank you for being here and for your club for putting on this wonderful exhibit for us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we're excited to be here. So what did this special exhibit mean to you?
Well, the purpose of this exhibit is to show a timeline of the progression of black dolls from the early 1900s all the way down to the latter part of the last century, the 1900s. What you see in this first category are what we call the vintage dolls, dolls that are made during a time where black dolls, period, were limited. And they all, if you look at them physically, they all look similar. They're darker complexion. Some are made of composition, some are fabric. A few here and there made of porcelain, but not many. And as time goes on, you see the change from the stereotypical to start looking like actual African-American children.
Right.
If you look down here, you'll see a very special doll of Joe Louis, called the Black Brown Bomber, in his 1940s uniform.
Oh, this Ravka right here?
Yes, that is.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
A doll that belongs to one of our club members, Vicky Forbes. And I believe she said the doll was in a store display window at one time. But she was fortunate to get it, and it's one of her prize dolls.
Oh gosh,
it's won several ribbons.
He's amazing. I didn't even know Ravka did a doll like that. He is just fantastic. If you guys are just tuning in, we're here with Denise, and she is giving us a walkthrough of the special exhibit, Black Dolls, A Journey Through Time. This is just so extraordinary, all these wonderful dolls. And where did you get all of the dolls for this exhibit?
Well, Vicky Forbes, who's not here, some of the dolls are from her collection, but some of our club members contributed to the exhibit. You can even see Muhammad Ali down there.
So here we are going a journey through time. So the ones over here are the earliest ones. These are from starting in the 1900s range. We're seeing sort of the stereotypical look. But here, we're getting a little bit more progressive. That wonderful Ravka that we see. And where's Muhammad Ali? Oh, right here.
Right. Muhammad Ali was done by several companies, but this one in particular shows him with his equipment on. I have one that's 18 inches that has his towel, his helmet, and everything. And there, I believe Angela said there also was one where he was in a boxing ring with a sparring partner. Some of the dolls here are historical because they belong to certain companies that started producing black dolls, like Mattel. One company, Angela had a lot of dolls from, was Shadana, one of the earlier owned black doll companies who made dolls like Red Fox and Flip Wilson and all types of celebrities. And of course, as you go further, you will see some of the artist dolls made by both black and white doll artists to look like African Americans.
They're gorgeous.
One of my favorite ones, in the back you see a black man with a wool cap. That's Mr. Richard. He's made of a cernet, and he has a problem with smoking. I don't know what he did with cigar or his cigarette. He must have saw us coming and probably ditched it so we couldn't see. And then beside him is a doll from Annette Hampstead, a German artist.
Yes.
And of course, you look around and you see hand-painted dolls. If you look over there, you see a beautiful black fashion doll. And of course, you always see the top favorite of Barbie. But a lot of people don't realize some of the Barbie dolls didn't start showing a variety until later on. And now you can even get Barbies in different body sizes and shapes and hair colors.
Yes, you
Finally
can.
saw the light that other people have larger hips.
Exactly. We see the Michelle Obama doll back there. There's so many great dolls. Just touching back, I love this black Sandra Lee. Sara Lee is so rare.
Sara Lee was produced by the Old Ideal Doll Company. She's the same age I am. And she was the first mass-produced black doll specified. In fact, some of the people in the committee was First Lady, excuse me, now I know what it is. Jackie Robinson, Ralph Bunche, Mrs. Roosevelt. They were on a committee to supervise the appearance of the doll, the color of the doll. And needless to say, the doll, when the company folded, it was kind of difficult to find any records about it, but that's Sara Lee.
Such a rare doll.
Right. And as you go further on the side, we move from the artist dolls to some of the historical dolls, dolls that artists have made to commemorate certain famous African Americans. This particular one focuses on the leader of the Underground Railroad, Harriet Tubman, whose real name was Armenia. But Armenia was her nickname as a child was Minty, short for Arminty.
Oh, I love it.
Right. And of course, we all know the story about how she aided slaves on the Underground Railroad. But a lot of people lose sight of the fact that she also was a Union Army spy, a nurse, and a caretaker for old people once the days of slavery ended. She also worked in the suffrage program, helping women get their voting rights. And she lived to be in a ripe old age in her 90s.
I just love all of through the lens of the artist, the different representations. We have a Wendy Lawton, and we have just different artists, and they all look so different, yet they're representing the same person. It is so beautiful.
If you look at this last Harriet Tubman, modeled after the photo of her background, Angela made the doll. She's made out of a dishwashing liquid bottle.
This is my favorite one on the table. She's amazing.
She's made out of a dishwashing liquid
wow.
bottle. And her head is made out of a wooden egg. And she hand-painted the face.
No way.
Yes.
She's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Angela, where's your booth so we can buy your dolls?
Well, this is Angela here.
I'm behind.
These are dolls made.
No, that's what I'm saying. She's amazing.
But she did the costuming.
Wow, you too.
Yes.
You guys are very, very, very talented.
Yeah, well, a lot of the people in our club are multi-talented. They not only collect the dolls, but they either make clothing, wigs, they use different mediums. And then there's just the plain doll lover. They just love to buy the dolls, period. Right. Over here, we have a few dolls to interpret the late, great Billie Holiday. The Madam Alexander's at the bottom. Billie Holiday. She came with her own microphone and jewelry. Behind her is a wool felt Billie Holiday done by the artist Rachel Sherrod. In the middle, paper doll artist for the Dover Company, Bruce Patrick Lee, who lives in Ontario, Canada. He specified and made that especially for me for this exhibit of Billie Holiday. There is no other.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And in the back, a young man by the name of Brian Ness, who lives in Minnesota. He loves celebrities and he doodles them, so he decided to put his doodles to good work and print them on fabric and make celebrity doll pillows.
How much fun is that? And this is gorgeous. Is that Mel Odom?
Yeah, that's Mel Odom's Violet Waters. That's the premiere doll, the first African-American doll that I believe Mel made. And it was to commemorate Dorothy Dandridge and Billie Holiday. And if you look at, she says that signature flower on the side of her head.
She's just stunning. Wonderful, wonderful.
And this one is to commemorate artists from Maryland. Different doll artists like Goldie Wilson, Sharon Tucker, and there is a young lady who lives in Washington, D.C. who not only does cloth dolls, but she makes the doll cloth tapestries.
This is beautiful. Look at these gorgeous dolls, and these are all artists from Maryland. Wonderful.
The artist's name is Imani Russell, who made the cloth doll hangings that you see there and down at the bottom. She likes her cloth dolls to tell a story, and she works in many mediums.
It's just fabulous, and these dolls tell such a story. Have you been enjoying, now that you've seen your special exhibit come to fruition, what have the comments that people have been saying as they've been coming through?
Well, you're in a doll heaven haven these next couple. These are all doll collectors,
Yes.
so there's nothing bad about dolls for them. They love everything. Big dolls, pretty dolls, black dolls, all type of dolls. But the response has been excellent. They really, really like it. And people don't realize that dolls are storytellers too.
Right.
And the dolls of yesterday tell a story, but the dolls of the day tell an even more different story. We now have people interested in BJDs, ball jointed dolls. But the kids of yesterday and adults remember the good old fashioned cloth dolls.
Right.
Clothespin dolls, pipe cleaner dolls. But these dolls here are artist dolls, and as you can see, they're all made out of different mediums.
And they're all wonderful. Tell us about your club.
Charm City Dolly Club was founded in 1995. So this past June it turned 23 years old. We are a group of dedicated dollaholics.
I love it.
Sharing our love of dolls. That's our slogan. And we have approximately about 36 members right now. Some are here in state. We have a few associate members out of state. But we meet the second Saturday of each month in various county libraries, between sometimes Randallstown Library and Pikesville and Arbutus sometimes. But our meetings comprise of course, you got to get the business over with. But then after that, we have doll programs, and we have different activities with dolls. Luncheons, teas, doll exhibits.
So great.
And some of them are here today at the Region 11 conference. By the way, this is Angie and I's first regional conference. We've been to the conventions, but this is the first time of conference.
And are you loving it?
I'm loving it. Like I said, anything that deals with dolls.
I love it.
Can't go wrong.
You guys are so passionate. We can't thank you enough for putting on such a fabulous and poignant special exhibit. We just love seeing these dolls. And what better way when you have something amazing and than to share it with the world. And I can tell all the work you put into this. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. And some of the artists who are on YouTube and Facebook, they'll be delighted to see that you took the time to see some of their artwork.
Absolutely. Well, by doing this, we can share it with people across the globe, and I think that's really, really important. So thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your conference.
Thank you so well. Thank you so much.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.